Thomas.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good weekend. I went out last night for the first time in a long time, and I'm glad to have you here because you guys are going to have just the après scene covered. Now, where do you want to start? Wildcat?
Yeah, sure. We'll head up to Pinkham Notch first.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great long holiday weekend. Welcome everyone here to the Mount Washington Valley and up for the long holiday weekend, and we do have a lot planned. Yeah, it does. You know, we've had a couple of inches, like 2 to 4 inches, the past few days. Nice. We're really out of this sort of. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That's behind us. Winter is back, and now
Rebecca was like, "Ice is going to be returned." I'm like, "Great!" But the nice thing is that we have such a solid base now, and anything we get, you guys, the groomers have been out there.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's kudos to our groomers and to our snowmaking crews that have been sort of dancing in between these sort of, thaw rain periods, and have really kept the conditions up to snuff. And sort of the talk yesterday coming out from Wildcat Mountain is that, a little bit of natural snow goes a long way at this point. Like you said, everywhere that we've made snow on, I mean, there's over 50% of our trails are open up at Wildcat Mountain. They're going to get back to snowmaking. The cold weather comes back in. They're going to be back at it full capacity.
Right. And just to mention the good stuff too, I think, in my opinion, this is one of the better years that we've had. I mean, the early season snow, we've had so much great skiing here, which is just, setting us up for the great spring skiing as well. So I'm
we
pretty
haven't
psyched
lost
about this
anything.
winter.
That's the key. We did lose a little bit of natural terrain that was open, that kind of opened up at the end of December there, but we haven't lost anything where we've been making snow.
The majority of folks are going to be heading to the open groomers anyway.
Absolutely.
So they're in luck.
And Wildcat Mountain just added the Bobcat Trail, and that's opening up today, freshly groomed out. They've been making snow on that, so that's another trail that's going to be added to it. And like I said, the snowmakers are just, they've had a little bit of a break, and they're just ready to get right back at it.
I bet they are. Now, you mentioned Bobcat. Now, what would be your pick for the intermediate skiers that are...
Well, that would be it. Yeah, all 5 lifts are going to be operating today up at Wildcat Mountain. They can hop right on the Bobcat chair. And, if you want some fresh groomers, just perfectly laid out, that's going to be the trail to hit this morning. So. Okay,
fantastic. So let's head to the pub.
Yeah, I like to say this weekend we have the Pats going on, both Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday night, one of the more popular artists, musicians that we have up at Wildcat Mountain his name is Pat Foley. Really, he's a rockin' artist. He plays great covers. He's just really popular, and he's going to be playing this afternoon in the Wildcat Pub.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, he's really good. Definitely, it's one of.
And I trust your music. You're like a big music guy, so.
Yeah, I do like the music, and I would say that every ski area has these little après artists and musicians, and they're all of them are decent. But I would say that Pat Foley's just a little bit touch above. He's got a real unique voice. He just nails the cover songs. He rocks his blues and.
Right. When you say really unique, though, is there anyone you can compare him to?
Oh man,
artist?
He's his voice. Oh God, who would I compare him to?
Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I would say that he does he has a voice that's kind of akin to like a Bruce Springsteen. Kind of
like gritty and warm.
Yeah, exactly. But he does really good rock and covers and stuff like that. But he's really good. He's out of Maine, and I think he has a website, so Pat Foley Band or whatever. You can check that out for sure.
Excellent. What time does he start?
He generally starts about 2 p.m. and rocks all the way until Wildcat Pubs open up to about a half hour past the lifts close, and there's Samuel Adams are doing a promotion up there both today and tomorrow.
Oh, so, festive! Yeah. All right.
And then Sunday morning we keep the music going. We have another blues and brunch, and I know this blues and brunch. If you haven't been to it, it's really great. It's they start serving brunch. It's a full spread breakfast buffet, 9:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. Eva puts out a just incredible. They really ramped up the presentation and the offerings and omelet bar and all that stuff.
But that sounds so good.
Yeah, it's going to be really good for sure. But the music, I know Roy Prescott, who's going to be up there doing some remote broadcasting, is really excited about this band. I mean, I'm not a real blues aficionado, but
he is, though.
He is. And this band, Mr. Nick and the Dirty Tricks, he included their album release this year in his top 25 blues albums of the year.
And Roy really knows his blues.
Really knows. And Roy is he's like, I can't believe you guys booked this band. He's super excited. So if you are into the blues, tomorrow morning, they start to play at 10 a.m. Mr. Nick and the Dirty Tricks. So
now Roy's going to be on hand with WMWV?
Yeah, Roy will be up there, and it's not like they're broadcasting the whole show live.
Right.
Roy's just he's doing some, hey, we're up here at Wildcat Mountain, and he'll get the general manager on to talk live and stuff like that, and so it's WMWV will be up there. So Roy Prescott, the skiing DJ, will be up there.
Good. All right, and then you got to head to the pub yourselves though to enjoy the entire concert.
Yes.
And the whole, the
you
theme,
could spend the whole day up in the pub tomorrow because what we got going on tomorrow up there is the second part of the Pats, and we are doing a Patriots Broncos viewing party.
Oh, I see what you did with that now.
Game tomorrow or something going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I talked to my husband about that. It's not the Bruins, I know that.
No, it's not the Bruins, that's for sure. But the AFC Championship game, this is a big game, and we will have all the TVs turned on. We're going to be doing special appetizer food promotions. Samuel Adams will be up there again. And we're going to stay open through the entire game.
Oh, good. That's going to be rip-roaring.
Yeah, kickoff is at 3 p.m., so that's going to be, there's a lot going on.
Any predictions? Not to put the kibosh on anybody, but...
How else would I predict but to say the New England Patriots are going to win it?
Well, no, I mean by how much, of course.
By how much? I don't know. Over, under?
Yeah, not any pool or whatever they do?
I think it's going to be a blowout. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
You heard it here first. Okay, so we have that covered, the Pats.
Yep.
And then I want to talk to you about Military Salute Weekend.
Sure.
Because you guys have quite a deal going on for military folks, past and present, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So not this weekend, but the following weekend, January 25th and 26th, we'll be doing the 7th annual Military Salute Weekend. And this is an event that started at Attitash Mountain Resort, but now because of the relationship, as we all know, Attitash and Wildcat, lift tickets valid at both mountain season passes, all that. We do this event and we honor our armed services and men and women that are serving in our country with free lift tickets, basically.
Perfect.
So all active duty, retired, veteran, military personnel can be skiing and riding next weekend, the 25th and 26th, for free. In addition to that, we are offering family members of active duty military personnel and a discount lift ticket for $45.
Oh, good.
We've got some really great sort of lodging discounts available at the Attitash Grand Summit Hotel, and we also have other lodging partners in the Mount Washington Valley participating, offering discounts, stays at the inn, the local inns and bed and breakfast.
So you guys have them covered on all aspects. Now, how would they actually get their tickets? So how do they? They
basically just show up and there's IDs. There's if they go to attitash.com or skiwildcat.com, on our events pages, there's information for the Military Salute Weekend, and it's real specific. I mean, the military issues, very recognizable IDs. So the IDs are required to be getting your discounted or free lift tickets. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And we're also doing honorary events down at Attitash. We do an annual sort of flag parade and honorary sort of setup there at Attitash on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Corey Mann's going to set up a Battle of the Branches GS race. So this is an inland race, so you can race in this and say, hey, I'm going to be with the Marines or with the Army, or you know what I mean. So it's a Battle of the Branches. Again, all the information attitash.com or skiwildcat.com.
Now, is that race a long going series, or is this the first time that you guys are doing it?
No, this has been going on annually.
I was going to say, I remember hearing about it. Now there must be. There's a little bit of exactly. There's definitely some rivalry between the military branches. I bet there is. All right, so that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, again, go to the websites, attitash.com, skiwildcat.com, to find out more information about that.
Yep.
So let's head down the road now.
Yep.
Attitash Mountain.
Yeah, we're at Attitash. I mean, we've got over 75% of our available trail acreage open. One of the more recent trails, I know you like to ask me, where's the trail today? Wandering Skis over at Bear Peak. We opened that up top to bottom. It's groomed out. That's a great trail to be on, especially for intermediate skiers. And just like Wildcat, our snowmaking crews are ready to get right back at it, be touching up surfaces, and be continuing to add trails and terrain. We're going to keep snowmaking as long as we can and as much as possible.
Good, and just to mention, Military Salute Weekend is going on at Attitash as well, January 25th through the 26th that weekend. And also, let's talk about the après at Attitash, because I remember back in the day going, so much fun in Ptarmigan's Pub, and you guys are continuing to put out some great bands over there. Living the Dream's there?
Yep, Living the Dream is there today. Just like you mentioned, Ptarmigan's Pub, we're really well known. I mean, it's a great venue space for live music, and we have just an absolute full schedule of great music coming up. One of the bands I'm looking forward to this year on February 8th is a band called King Jeremy, which is a Pearl Jam tribute band.
And have you seen them before?
I have. I've seen videos of them, and they're remarkably. I mean, if you like Pearl Jam, you're going to like this band because.
It's funny you should mention that. My husband just last night was saying, you know who I'd like to see? Pearl Jam. Well, this is going to be
this is going to be your free show, so it's not quite Eddie and the boys, but it's going to be as close as you can get to here in the Washington Valley. So
awesome.
Attitash.com for all the events coming up. But like you said, Living the Dream this afternoon in Ptarmigans, and we also have the more sort of acoustic affair going on over at the Den Sessions at Bear Peak. And today we have a debut of Paul Caraher. I'm not familiar with him, but I'm sure he's going to be great.
Great. All right.
We also are doing a Patriots Broncos viewing party tomorrow up in Ptarmigan's Pub, and this is going to be pretty awesome because we're going to have the full surround sound set up like we would for a band, full PA. All the TVs tuned in. We're also going to set up a digital projector display on a large screen.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be a big party, and again, they're going to be doing special appetizers, food, Samuel Adams promotions. So if you're looking for a place to watch the game, I mean, a lot of people are going to be up here. Don't kill your day. I mean, take advantage of a full day of skiing and riding. We do have our Sunday afternoon half-day ticket. That's just $30, and that goes on sale at noon. And then kickoff is at 3 p.m. and we'll stay open for the whole party. So.
Oh, good. All right. So the full day. And also, I want to mention that Attitash is also having a demo day coming up on the 25th too. To jump ahead just a bit, because I know a lot of people, you want the freshest gear out there, and you've teamed up with EMS. To give them
this
an opportunity.
is Michael Sconsis and his crew from the EMS store out of North Conway are going to be set up with an Alpine touring and AT and telemark demo event.
And if anyone knows gear, it's Michael Sconsis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he's definitely a gear guru for sure.
Yeah.
If I could take it back to today, though, we have a real great event going on. It's the #2 rail jam of our Attitash Free Ride series. So this is going to be going on today over at the base of Bear Peak. The registration will be happening in the new sort of dedicated Abenaki Terrain Parks sprung structure. So you'll be able to register for the event. It's going to be a jam style format. I know the Abenaki Terrain Park crew has just built out a whole new sort of rail garden at the base of Bear Peak for this event, so it's completely been cut out and nice and pretty, and it's going to be a great event. And
what ability are we looking at here? Is this beginner to expert, or
we're looking at we basically, depending on how the registration goes, we bracket it out by ages and abilities. So it's a jam style format. It's not like it's not like a critical. Jam styles are fun because the participants are kind of pushing each other.
And supportive as well.
Exactly,
because I was just on your website this morning, and I was checking out the You Go Girl, You Go Bro video, and there's little ones all the way through, more of the expert type that make the rounds. But I thought it was great that the little kids are getting out there and testing their skis as well.
Yep, and that can happen in this free ride series. I mean, this is, we're not X Games, we're not anything. This is actually, I was talking with Tom Eastman, the local writer here, about, these are the types of events, especially now with the Sochi Olympics coming up and these free ride events being added to the Olympics. I mean, these are where the kids are coming out of, these sort of feeders. So this is going to be a great event, and who knows, you might be seeing the next future Olympics.
Well, we have quite a few here in the Mount Washington Valley now.
Yes, we do, yep, absolutely.
So we're pretty proud. I think there's 3 Olympians from New Hampshire that I know of. I'm sure there's probably more.
Yeah, I think
we also have a Laconia snowboarder from Laconia.
Who's that?
You have to go to the website. I forget his name. But yeah, I grew up in Laconia, and of course we have Center Conway biathlete.
Yeah, that's I'm forgetting his name too. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
But and then of course Leanne is going to be ripping it up on the slopes. So
there's been some great articles about talking about the Olympic athletes.
Yeah. Hey Hans, do you have his name?
Hans or no?
You said after a couple of minutes. Oh, good. Not to put ourselves on the spot, but.
Last thing I want to mention is that we are starting in the retail shops at both Attitash and Wildcat a new sales going on today. It's a helmet trade-in sale.
Oh, so I saw that.
Yeah, if you have an old helmet that you are looking to kind of upgrade, trade it in today at Attitash or Wildcat, and you'll get $25 towards the purchase of a new adult helmet, or $15 towards the purchase of a junior helmet.
I love that, because mine might be a little outdated.
I see some out there that are a little dated, but that's all right. I mean, as long as they're still protecting your noggin, that's all that matters.
Yeah, so. Love helmets. All right, so cool. A lot going on. Again, if you missed anything, attitash.com, skiwildcat.com. You can find a lot of great